I've been going to therapy for a long ass time, and in looking back, there are 4 main lessons I've worked on that have helped me regulate my emotions, improve my quality of life, and embody a more mindful me. 1. How you talk to yourself can transform your life. When you're kind to yourself, forgiving with yourself, encouraging of yourself, watch as your life flourishes. You know, my self-talk used to be incredibly critical, mean, and non-compassionate. You're such an idiot. Of course you're alone. Sucks so bad. But when you're aware of your self-talk, you can then improve it. Now, my rule is that I talk to myself the same way that I would talk to a close friend. Okay, that wasn't your best moment, but we learned a valuable lesson here that we can implement in the future. Yeah, I'm glad this happened. This was good. I'm grateful for this. 2, you can't make emotional appointments. Whatever you're feeling is valid because feelings are facts. Even if someone had good intentions, if they've said something or done something that has hurt you, you are allowed to feel hurt. It's really important to give yourself the space and permission to feel whatever it is that you're feeling so you can process it and move forward. And though you cannot control your feelings, your reaction to them is something well within your control. So when conflict inevitably happens, instead of shoving feelings down and letting resentment fester, take a step back, reflect, and then talk directly to the person about how they made you feel. When you make plans with other people, like right in front of me, and then you don't invite me out for these plans, I just feel really like left out and excluded and like I'm not important or something. And so if you're gonna make plans with other people, I would just love it if you could do it in private. 3, boundaries are actually a blessing. You know, I used to be very uncomfortable with saying no to things, but now I realize that that's incredibly healthy. If things are too overwhelming, it's okay to communicate that. It's okay to say that, hey, this makes me really uncomfortable. It's okay to speak up about the values that are important to you. Setting boundaries not only honors yourself, but it honors the people in your life because it shows them that you can be honest and upfront with them and that you trust that they can handle it. Hey, so when you jump, like, from the headboard onto my boobs in the middle of the night, it's really disrupting my sleep. So if you can't refrain from doing that, I'm gonna have to close my door when it's bedtime.
Fish.
I know, I'm sorry.
Fish.
Okay, you don't have to be like that. 4, this one has really blown my mind. Like, I had a lot of resistance to this idea at first. I was like, no, I don't like it. Are you ready? We are more hurt by our own expectations of other people than by their actions. We are more hurt by our own expectations of others than by their actions. I did not like this idea because, I mean, besides the obvious caveats of like abusive action, it felt like a little victim blaming. But then I realized, well, okay, maybe like I don't like this because something about it resonates with me. The idea that maybe it wasn't anyone else that was hurting me, but myself, didn't like that. Because that means I'm responsible for my own pain, and like who wants to be responsible for their own pain? But when I really analyzed like recent wounds, that guy I ended things with because he wouldn't commit, I was more let down by the potential of a relationship and of our connection growing into something beautiful, aka my expectations, than when he decided to reveal that he wanted to keep things more casual and wasn't ready. That friend who I distanced myself from because I felt like she wasn't there for me during hard times, I was more disappointed that the level of giving I was extending wasn't reciprocated, but maybe that's just not in her nature. And that job that I almost booked but didn't because the director changed his mind at the last second, I was fully expecting to go in and just be a movie star. This is a lesson that I also learned about when I was studying Buddhism in like my early 20s, but I think it's one of the hardest ones because the mind likes to plan and my mind loves to plan. And with planning comes expectations, and with expectations comes the inevitable disappointment when they're not met. And though it's unrealistic to assume we'll never have any expectations, we can certainly recognize when our reality isn't lining up to the fantasy in our head of who someone is and what they should do. So there you have it, 4 impactful lessons from my last decade of therapy. That'll be $150. I'm Akana, and thank you so much to Privacy for sponsoring today's video. Privacy is actually this pretty ingenious idea. The service is completely free, easy to set up, and basically allows you to generate a brand new virtual card number for every purchase that you make online, which protects your actual card from hackers and identity thieves. You can make as many cards as you want and set a maximum spending limit for each of them. It's super easy. All it takes is a few clicks if you want to go on ghostandstars.com to pick up some sweet merch, and you can even install a browser extension that makes the process even faster. Privacy has military-grade encryption, does not sell your information, and they make their money from merchants, so they're completely free for you to use. All you do is create an account, link a checking account or debit card, and ta-da, you're done. Go to privacy.com/AnnaAkana to sign up today and get $5 to spend on your first purchase. Maybe get that sweet I love this hoodie from Ghost and Stars. Wherever you want to spend that free $5, go to privacy.com/AnnaAkana to sign up now.